It's important to be your own person sometimes off the court. On court, I'm willing to be any person to win the match. And it's important to understand how to be any person to win the match. If you're just only your character, then like for me, I know my opponents. For me to beat my opponents, I need to know how they play, how they talk, how they smile, what breaks them off the court, how they talk in the interview after the match. I need to study everything they do. It's not just about a squash player. It's my job. If I own a business, I need to know how these people, the people I'm going to hire, I need to know their characters of the work and in the work. Just the same as squash. When I watch, let's say, one of my rivals playing, I don't just close the match when it's finished. It's important for me to hear the interview. For example, I remember I played Tariq once in the final of Qatar Classic. It was the first final for it was the first platinum final for Tariq. And I didn't watch the match because I was with the physio. I just won my semis. And after the match finished, I told him, can you just wait for a second? I need to see that interview. I saw Tariq crying, happy that he won the semis. I closed the interview straight away. I knew I won the final.
Amazing.
Because that was, for me, that's someone who was so happy he got to the final. And that was the goal for him, to get to his first platinum event. While for me, when I won my first semi-final, when I reached my first final and platinum event, I didn't cry from happiness. I just spoke that I'm looking forward to win my final tomorrow, which was against Nick, actually. It was my first. It was in Qatar too. I beat Darwish in the semis, 3-love, and I was looking forward to beat Nick in the final. And Nick, the week before, won the world champion in Manchester, actually. And I was only 21. So because I was in these situations, it's important to see and understand these things. So from just one interview after his final, I knew I had him in the final. I just knew I won the final, even though the final I actually didn't play that great, because I had a lot of tough matches in the tournament. I think I beat Faris, Ali, and Greg in 3 days in a row, something like this. And it was a tough, brutal draw. But in the final, it was always about who win the last point. So it's all of these things you need to just understand the rivalry play with them as a people before as squash players, because everyone had a breaking point, and to understand their breaking point, you need to know who they are.
Presence, process, persistence, the essence of Squash Mind.